Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Live with Nurse Princess. I'm back again with today's topic. Today, I want to focus on a question a friend of mine asked me. So, the question is, if you lose your virginity without your consent, are you still considered a virgin? I repeat, if you lose your virginity without your consent, are you still considered a virgin, no matter the consequences of the circumstance of how you lose it? So before I answer that question, um, I want to expand a little bit more about the topic virginity. So, thinking about the question actually reminded me of the time I once lost my virginity. So I'm not gonna go too much into, how I lost. But if you do want to know, comment below. And if I have like 25 subscribers, I will expand a little bit more about how I lost my virginity. But in regards to virginity, the topic, I remember when I lost mine, it was like, I'll talk about how I felt. So when I lost my virginity, it was like, I don't know if some of you can relate to what I'm about to say, but I felt like a huge, like a part of me left me. Like something just left. A part of me, like half of me, just lifted off my body. And that is one thing I regretted in my life. I wish there's a way somebody can still get married, have sex, and still remain a virgin. But of course, that's not gonna happen. But that's how bad I felt. Like how bad it is to me to have that spirit be lifted off me. I didn't like that feeling at all. I will be honest. I did not like it. And like I said, of the that's one of the thing, because of that feeling leaving me. That's one of the thing I regret. I regret letting that feeling leave me. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. But back to the topic. Okay, so back to the topic. When This is my take on the question, okay? I think it depends on the circumstance surrounding your losing of your virginity. This is what I mean. So I'm gonna link it with spiritually, like, as a Christian, and physically. So I believe when you lose your virginity, when you're a virgin, you still have that spiritual hovering around you. Some of you will understand what I mean. Like a spiritual spirit, kind of like a spiritual guidance around you when you're still a virgin. And I feel when you lose your virginity, it's like that spiritual guidance or that spiritual hovering around you disappears. So I think in that case, if you are a virgin and you lost your virginity through a rape, your consent was not given to that individual person who raped you. So in that case, you might have lost your virginity physically, but I believe emotionally and spiritually, you are still considered a virgin in that case. Now, if you are a virgin, you know you're a virgin, and you consented to an individual person in losing that virginity, you have consented to it physically, emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually. Then in that case, you're not a virgin. So in both ways, you might have lost it physically. I say physically because every woman, we all have vagina, obviously. We have clitoris. And then we have in our vagina, there's this in the opening. It's called your hymen. It's spelled Hymen. Your hymen. When you are losing your virginity, usually that hymen is tightly closed. Like you can see my fingers. It's like that. It's closed. What happens is your hymen can be stretched open the first time you have your vaginal sex. So whatever sex, the first time you do have a sex, which doing that because the hymen has been stretched, that stretching of it is what causes some pain and bleeding from a woman. And that's why you see blood when you lose your virginity. And this can happen. This doesn't it doesn't really happen to everyone. There are other ways that your hymen can be stretched or open. Some cases, some people can be stretching riding a bike, doing some sports, or putting something in their, vagina, like a tampon, your finger, sex toy. There's different way. But in the virginity part, like I'm saying, some people may have stretched theirs, prior. That's why some people you don't see when they lose their virginity, there's like that bleed because it has been stretched. That's why me myself, I don't recommend using tampon. I don't use tampon. I'm not a tampon fan. But I will explain in another video on why I don't use tampon. But yeah, so that's what happened when you lose your virginity. Please do comment below and let me know your take in regards to the question. Again, the question is, are you considered a virgin if you do not give consent to losing your virginity? Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for so much for those of you who subscribe to my channel. I truly and sincerely appreciate all of you. I hope you take something out of this, and I hope you continue to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe above, and I will see you another day. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day. If you're not having a great day, I hope you do get to have a great day. Take care and God bless. One love.